I told you can't trust these. Now, Puffy done killed Tupac, man.
50 Cent went on stage last year and said this.
Maybe I said Puffy because he got Tupac.
You know, and I know, that everyone believes that Diddy was involved in both these shootings and had a direct involvement in your brother's death. That is what the streets have said for 27 years. That's why 50 Cent said it. That's why Eminem has said similar stuff. Would you be comfortable saying that you believe Diddy had nothing to do with it?
No, I wouldn't be comfortable saying that because I don't know. If you look at all the theories, the theory involving him is quite high on the list.
Everyone thought this story was buried, but suddenly it explodes again with one chilling question no one wants to answer. A voice comes in bold and unapologetic, saying you cannot trust certain people in this game, and then drops a name that instantly changes the energy. The tension rises as old accusations resurface, linking power, influence, and a death that has haunted the industry for decades. But this is where things get crazy, because these are not random rumors, these are whispers that have survived for years and refuse to die. Then the pressure shifts to a direct question that feels almost dangerous to even say out loud. Could one of the biggest names in music really be connected to something this dark? The response is careful, almost defensive, refusing to deny it completely while admitting the theories are everywhere. What happened next shocked everyone, because instead of clearing the air, it only made things more suspicious. And this changes everything, because now the doubt feels stronger than ever and the truth feels even further away.
Which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah.
The story takes a deeper turn as a new perspective enters, and suddenly it is no longer just rumors but something that feels documented and real. A major documentary begins to uncover layers that were hidden for years, bringing back a moment in history that shaped everything. The tension builds slowly, pulling viewers into a world where fame, power, and fear collide. The focus shifts to the rise of a powerful figure, showing how success came with influence but also with enemies. At the same time, another legend was rising fast, creating a silent competition that no one could ignore. But this is where things get crazy, because what looked like success on the surface was actually hiding something much darker underneath. As the story unfolds, relationships start to look complicated and uncomfortable. What once seemed like mutual respect begins to feel like rivalry, and every move starts to look calculated. The atmosphere becomes tense, like something big was always about to happen but no one could stop it. Then comes a moment where the questions become sharper and more direct. People start asking things that were once considered too dangerous to even mention. And instead of clear answers, they are met with calm dismissals that feel almost too controlled. What happened next shocked everyone, because ignoring the question only made it louder. The narrative continues to build as insiders hint at pressure, competition, and alliances that kept shifting behind the scenes. It starts to feel like a chess game where every move had consequences. And this changes everything, because now the story is no longer simple, it is layered with intentions and hidden motives. Suddenly, the conversation turns toward specific events that may have triggered everything. Moments that seemed small at the time now feel like warning signs. The environment becomes chaotic, filled with ego, ambition, and fear all mixed together. The tension keeps rising as more voices add their perspective, each one revealing a slightly different version of the truth. No one fully agrees, and that makes the mystery even deeper. It feels like everyone knows something, but no one is willing to say it completely. Then the spotlight returns to the rivalry itself, showing how intense it had become behind closed doors. The competition was no longer just about music, it was about dominance, respect, and survival. But this is where things get crazy, because once emotions took over, control was lost. The story reaches a point where everything feels connected, yet nothing is proven. Every detail adds weight, every statement adds doubt, and every silence feels intentional. What happened next shocked everyone, because the closer people got to the truth, the more complicated it became. In the end, the documentary leaves behind more questions than answers, forcing everyone to think deeper about what really happened.